Tmura is connecting people's dream together.
Tmura is a fantastic way to share the wealth being created in the high-tech industry in Israel.
Tmura is taking an idea and through that idea change other people's life.
Tmura is a way for you to be a Zionist while you're being a capitalist.
I've been in the venture capital industry in Israel since 1987 and had a chance to see a lot of great companies created, and along the way saw a tremendous amount of wealth being generated in the high-tech industry. And I wanted to find a way to enable our community to share some of this wealth with other elements of Israeli society.
In the high-tech industry, it's flourishing, and there's a lot of money involved, and there's a lot of success stories. And it just makes so much sense to give back to the community when we make a successful exit. The basic idea is to invest in the future of Israel.
We need to remember that we live in Israel, right? So it's not just the usual entrepreneur track. It's not that the standard companies that are in Silicon Valley. The surrounding environment that we have really about Israel is a thing that everyone should be minded to, is the thing that I wake up in the morning and say, we need to give back to Israel. And the reason for me is really Tzionut, is Zionism, more than anything else.
מחשבה טובה is a non-profit organization. We open computer community centers in this privileged area in Israel. We have a mobile car unit that give ability to using the technology to all kind of population in Israel. I was a film student actually. I studied in Sderot in Sapir, and there was an abandoned computer center there. That me and my friend, we just start work with the kids around there. At the beginning they throw stones on the building, and we go out and we tell them, come inside, let's start do something. We give them the opportunity to teach others, and then we saw that the change that happened by that youth was really, really dramatic. From youth that all the time neglected and everybody told them you can't make it, you loser, nobody like you, they became to a teacher. They became to someone other people ask them. They became to be a leader. And that was really, really dramatic and inspiring.
Tmura, I think, is the best way for a young technology company to get involved in the community. Why is it the best way? It doesn't require any cash from the company. So these companies are all starved for cash, looking to raise money, going from month to month. But they all have equity. They can all donate some options.
I'm originally a kibbutznik, and kibbutzim have proven one thing very well, which is you can share everything as long as you have nothing. And that's exactly also the notion of Tmura, is when the uncertainty when you start up a company is so huge that it's so easy to give back 1% or 2% to the community.
Every startup I talk to, I talk about Tmura. I think it's a great initiative. The new maaser, if you'd like, where startups invest in the future, in their karma, by giving to Tmura. And then when the karma ripens, the money is invested in NGOs.
If you want to build a company, you need to be more broad-minded in why you're building that company. You need to find a mission behind what you're doing besides just making money for yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to go very far. And what Tmura gives you is a very practical platform for finding a very, very effective way to provide mission and purpose behind what you're doing. Your success will directly impact the ability for the community around you and those specifically who need the help, the financial help, to benefit from all your efforts, all your innovation, and all your success eventually. And that, by itself, if you don't do anything else, is a greater good.
My partner has this concept that he called karma management. And the idea behind that is that if you align yourself with good things happen. And Tmura is exactly that kind of a thing.
You know, ironically, what I always say that Tmura improves the hit rate of startups. So there are better exits when Tmura is involved.
If you look at the portfolio companies in the Tmura organization, first of all, you see a remarkable rate of successful companies that actually get to exit. And what is the common denominator between all of these startups? It is entrepreneurs who said, I'm not just in this to make money. I want to change the world. I want to do a greater good.
Crumble Wings is the first and only youth movement for children and youth with disabilities and without. I started this organization 10 years ago when I was 16. When I was 11 years old, I started volunteering in another nonprofit. I worked with a kid named Kfir. He had CP. I grew up next to him, seeing all the needs that he had. I decided I want to start a youth movement so that every kid, every child will have a childhood.
When we think about Tmura, that's what it is for us, right? That small chance, or that right to be able to make the life of those kids or those people live a little bit better.
We were acquired by AMC 2 weeks ago, and we find it very exciting to know that part of our success is not just going to employees and investors, but also the community.
It's amazing for me to know that we opened the 18th branch in Rat in May 1st, and we've been able to do that because somebody else that had different dream than I had in a different field, and he fulfilled his dream, and by him fulfilling his dream, I can fulfill my dream. So it's like bringing together different people with different dreams, doing something that is bigger than life.
It's actually something that I think about quite often. Ever since we signed up and allocated equity to Tmura, I actually feel like I have people behind me, not just employees and customers and partners, but there are others around me who are vested in our success.
The only way to really make a big change in the society is working together.
It's a privilege. I think that other companies should line up to have the opportunity to do that.
You can see how that's a small thing that you did in the beginning become into this huge thing, and that can really change people's life. It's worth almost anything else. It's really unbelievable.